LKY roller loft. Well, I finally made the kit box. Took 2 weeks off and on, but it's done. It's 32 inches wide, 48 inches high, and I really went all out. To me, I painted the inside of it, painted the perches. I've got ventilation holes in the back. I want to put some down below here. The only thing I didn't paint was the floorboards there. Kind of a last minute thing, but it's 30 inches wide, so it fits with the 1-inch square mesh. I got a poop drawer down here also. I didn't put any handles on it right now, but it's there. 2 45-degree PVC flashing roof trap, whatever they're called, for the rollers to go in through there. I always make a double landing board, but I don't think I'm going to do this design next time. It's this little folds up here, and then the landing board itself is supposed to fold and latch, but I don't have a latch right now, and it's not flush either. I got a gap, so what I'll probably do is take off what I did with my other box was I built out I put a 1x2 furring strip on the bottom, so instead of screwing right into the board, it would screw into a 1x2 and give it some distance. But let's worry about that later. It's been a bear to do. It's 107 degrees today, and of course I'm working outside on the hottest day of the freaking year. We got a separate door here also, so I like to get my feet in water from here and then check on my birds and then land them in, and then I can let the door down like that. I got some hungry birds next door, and it's got a flat roof. I'll put the training cage on it. Little side door right here for the birds when they can come out. I like that design. It's worked pretty good for me. But I did have to notch out this piece of wood right here so it could go over the hinge. It's kind of an ugly job, but hey. And I like it latching up like this rather than going across. So this has also worked out for me, what design I have on my other cage. I had trouble hanging the door straight, so it's not straight at all. But I've got these furring strips around that I kind of use to make it like a window frame, I guess, or a picture frame. So my lack of carpenter skills, when I close the door, it'll catch there. And I have a gap, but I don't have any mice can get through, so they'll run into a board. One other thing I had to do, because of the plywood here, everything's stapled. This is a 1/2-inch hardware cloth. I went all out and stapled it every 1/2 inch, so it's super strong. What happened was I put this plywood right here on the outside because I didn't want a full screen door, but then I had trouble with the furring strip that was the backing here, so it kept hitting and hitting, and I sanded it down, and that didn't do the job. So I just got the multi-tool and used it to, what's it called, whatever kind of cut, flush cut or whatever it's called. I jammed it in there and then started bringing it down. Got that out. The perches are they're 8 inches between each perch. This is how I like to make them, just for simplicity. Box perches, I don't know how to make them. Take me too long, and I don't like scraping them. I have this design in my other roller loft, and it's relatively poop free. The birds aren't really standing in poop, and they don't really poop on each other that much either. So there's four in the back times 3, and then 2 times 4 on the side, so there's 20 perches there. And this is my kit box. I'm really proud of it. It's a really nice design, I think, but it takes a whole lot to do this door, and trying to hang it somewhat straight, I couldn't do it. These are 3-inch hinges. I put an extra one for support right here, and I got them all at Home Depot. They're all zinc plated, so hopefully they don't turn rusty like my other ones. So this is about as good as a kit box as I can make for myself right now. The only improvement I have to do is to make the landing board land up. This is how It works on my other kit box. There's the furring strip that comes out. I chopped that one in half though, but then it folds up enough at an angle, and then I just use this Simpson tie that I flatten out, and I just latch it over like that so it stays like that. So it's kind of the same design, but golly, these are dirty. They're only 1 year old. So that was the whole idea. Take the time during break, come up with a new, somewhat new design. The only improvement I'm hoping for is also less poop and feathers coming out underneath, even though I have the tray. Down below on the ones I have, I still get debris, and they have trays. So this tray is fully contained. Here's the plywood, comes down 48 inches, and let me grab it here. So I have a 2x2 going across to make a rectangle, 32 inches wide, but the whole drawer itself is flush with the kit box, the plywood on the side, and I've got the 2x2 underneath that lands up pretty flush. So hopefully that'll reduce the feathers. I personally prefer the 1-inch mesh, but it only comes in 24-inch wide, so I had to J-clip the 6 additional inches to make it 30 inches wide. So that was the only adjustment I had to make. But I think the rollers will really like it. I know I'm gonna like it. And this was a lot of work to do. It's got a flat roof, and I gotta give thanks to YouTuber. His name Shorty Pen Pigeons, I think. And he has I got the design from him about putting the 2x2s on the outside. So he called it an ugly, simple design roller loft. And then, so I got a 2x2 here on the sides, and then a 1x2 furring strip along here, and then I just drilled in to make it flat, and it flattens up with my cage. So I think it was Shorty Pen Racing Loft or Shorty Pen Homers. He's got a web page. Thank you very much for the idea. And that's my kit box. LKY Roller Loft, Madeira.